Hi friends, today in this video I will show how to build a Pulse app in Django using PyCharm. For this, first step we need to open a terminal and type Django admin startup, then give the name of the project. Here I am writing the my site as the name of the project, then open the my site directory from the top, then open the my site project. There we can see in.py. It should not in.py is considered as a Python package, and next is settings.py. It contains the configurations for the Django project. Then later we open the urls.py. It contains all the declaration, the URL declaration of the Django project. Here we give the declarations using the path. The next is wsgi.py, and it also gives a command for this project. Next is manage.py. Manage.py is a command line without having any tell you. It is with often the project in various layers. After that we need to create the Pulse app then type Django myadmin star app. Later, before creating the app, we need to go to the my site project, then type cd my site, then create the app using Django admin startup the Pulse. Here also we give the name of the app as Pulse, then open the Pulse from the directory. Then there also we can see some files. That is, first one is int.py, and the next one is admin.py. Here give the admin details, and next one is app.py. It contains all the details about the Pulse app. And next one is models.py. The models.py is used for connecting the databases. And next is test.py. We can create the test in here, these files. And also next is the views.py. Our views also create in this file. Then we need to open the settings.py. On the settings.py we need to add the name of the application Pulse on the installed app. Then we need to go to views.py. There we can include the index request, and we need to retain something from the HTTP responses. Then also we can import the HTTP response directory. Then we can return welcome to the Pulse app. After that we need to go to the Pulse application and create a new Python file. The name is urls.py. Then open the urls.py and set the URL patterns. First create the pattern that import from Django URLs. And also import a directory, the views. After creating the path, go to the URLs of the main project, that is my site project. Then also we need to add the path of the application Pulse. Then after that we need to check any error happens. Then we need to run by using the code python manage.py run server. then enter. There is a link up here, then click on the link. Then we can see welcome to Pulse app. This will check the any error happens to my project. Now we are going to adding the template. Then go to my site and creating a directory. Name of directory is templates, and within the template we again add to new directory. The name is polls, and within the polls we need to add a new HTML file. Name is index, and go to that index and create the title as a polls app, and go to the body of the HTML file, and the header is gives us a welcome to polls app. Then after that we need to go to the settings and write the codes for setting the path of the template on the settings.py. And also add the path in the template. After go to the views and updating the codes. That is the polls index.html. Return the random on the index. After that we need to check the run the my project. Then we can see the welcome to polls app as a pod name. Here we need to create the class. For that we need to go to the models.py and create the class. The name of the class is question. Models.model. Then the question is equal as test set as a test, and we set the maximum length as 200, and the next field is the date. Using the date public. Again then return the question. And then after creating the class question we need to create another class. The name is a choice. On that class we need to add the fields. The first one is question, and it is set as a foreign key. And the constructors are question, comma, on delete is equal to models dot cascade. The next field is choice, and it is set as a text, and also we find setting the length as a 200, the maximum length as a 200. After the next is field is votes, and it is set as an integer. Default is set as 0. Then also return the class choice. After that we need to go to the terminal and type python manage.py make migrations. This is for connecting the database, the modules to the database, and again type python manage.py migrate. This is for updating the database. Then open the migrations. There we can see the initial.py. Here we need to register the admin. So first go to admin.py, then write the code. Before that we need to import from models.py the question and choices. Then write the codes. Admin dot site dot register the question. And again admin dot site dot register the choice. Then after that we need to create a super user by using the code python manage.py create super user. Then give the username as admin and email address at admin@gmail.com and the password as admin, and again write the password as admin. Then the validation is yes. Then successfully created. Then run the my project. Then we need the address change to as admin. Then enter the username as admin and password also as an admin. Then login. Then go to the questions. Then we need to add a new question. The first question is how are you? And also setting the date as today and time. Then save the question and go to the polls and go to the choices and add a new choice, and the question is selected from the list box, and add the choice. Here add the choice as a file, then save the choice. Then again go to the home, then log out the directory, the file. Next we want to create an object, so open views.py. Within the index we need to create an object. Before creating the object we need to import some directories. From models import the questions and the choices. Then create the question object as the question dot object all function. Then return the render. There also already the polls dot index dot html is there. Then add the question object, add to the then we need to go to the index.html. There we need to write some codes between the body of the HTML. The codes we must try to be careful, try to write in the codes between this HTML page for freeing the errors, so please keep it in mind. So the reference is on there. Then we need to go to the models and write, we need to copy some text, the question text from the models. Copy, then go back to the index and paste that text on the index.html. Then after pasting, we need to run the project. So by running, we can see there, how are you, the question is on there, the window. Here we want to create another HTML page. Right click on polls and create a new HTML page. The name of the HTML page is choice. Then go to the HTML page, choice.html, and give the title. And before giving the title, we want to go to the the URLs and set the path of the HTML page. The path is run by in question id and view dot show choices, and name also show choices. Then go to the views.py and creating a new function, show choices, and the parameters request and also the question and choices. The question id as a parameter, and we need to create the question object, q object. And get the question id. Then some error happens on the code. Then return the render. And again some error happens between the code. So copy the objects and change the objects and rewrite in the choice sort test. Again change it as an object, and go to the choice.html and write the title on the HTML page as a choice, question id, question text, and go to the body of the HTML page, choice, and create the header also as a choice question test. Then then again write the codes on the body. A for condition is writing between the code for the body of the choice HTML page, and end the for, writing the code for ending the for loop. The between the for loop, then we need to create a radio button, input a radio button. The name of the radio button is choices, and the value is cid, c.id, and id is equal to choice. Then we need to add the label. Then add the label between the body. Then go back to the models.py. Then copy the choice test. Then go back to the choice.html and paste it. And again set type components in between the for loop, and checking the run the project. But click on the hover question. It's not finally working, so go back to the project, and between the URL we need to add the show choices on the URL href. Then so again some error happens. Then run it, and a type error at one is happens. So go back to the project and check the error where it happened. Try to rectifying the errors. Sorry for the errors. I will try to handle the error. So again the error happened. So between the codes we must careful about the errors. There is a big chance for happening the errors between the codes, and so we must ensure error free codes between the project. I think some of the error is happening. So then we need to cut the header and again create the header, new header. Again create as a question. Then the option will come. The radio button is working. The fine is the radio button for the fine is working. So the error become changed. Now go to choice.html and create a new form. And those loops input and labels are put between the form, and the method also create the post action. So method is post and action as a URL for voter choices. And input a submit button with value is equal to voter. Then back to urls.py and set the path for the choices. So for the path set for the result. Then back to views.py and create a new function for voter and request ID as a parameters for the new function. And before creating the parameter, we will create a if loop. The request method is equal to post. Then create the object, the question dot object, calling the object. And give a try method for the choices. Choice object is equal to choice dot object. The method. Then writing the code. And here I am writing the return codes for the response. Again the return the render. After return the render, Go to the polls.choice.html page. And return the render with request from polls.choices.html page. And then after run the project, click on how are you and ready button, but error happens. Then I am trying to rectify the error. I don't know where is the error happens. I am trying to rectify the error. So again I am trying. Click on file and click on vote button. Oh, so it works. Then run the server. Click on the link and go to the administrator dashboard and write the username and password and login. Then go to the questions. We need to add more choices. Then save. And also we need to add, if we want to add more questions and add questions to our polls app. Again add the choices. Yes or no choices for are you 18? Now also added. So back to the home, then log out, then log into the polls app. Then we need to put the vote for the questions, and also we can see the count of votes on the screen. These are all about the polls app in Django by using PyCharm. Thank you.